This is the new Audi Q2, and according to the guy who designed it, it's supposed to resemble a footballer, but I'm not so sure. You see, there's a famous footballer, not really seeing the similarity with the car. However, in this colour, I think it looks rather like a stormtrooper. But anyway, this particular car, it's actually designed for people who want something a little bit more interesting than an Audi A3. Now, it starts from just over £20,000, but if you click up there to go to carwow.co.uk, you can compare offers from dealers and buy at a price you're confident in. Now, on the inside, this car is very similar to the A3 on which it's based. So you've got pretty much the same dash design. However, in this Q2, you can liven it up with things like different colour trim here on the dash and on the door handle, so you can personalise your car. In terms of kit, well, equipment on the whole is okay. As standard, you get a 7-inch touchscreen, and the infotainment system is very good and easy to use. This one has a technology pack which costs over £1,000, but then you get this 8-inch screen. It's got a faster processor as well, so you can just, well, whiz through the maps and zoom around, and it's got all sorts of things. And actually, if you click it there, you can see more information on that by watching my detailed infotainment video review. And that brings me on to the virtual cockpit, which this car has. So it's a full digital driver's display. It's part of an upgrade, and you can cycle through various menus, change the views, and it's absolutely glorious because it makes this car feel super modern. In terms of quality, well, in your direct line of sight, the materials are soft and yielding, and it does feel very well made. You don't have to go too low until... That's not particularly good for an Audi, really, but that's really the only letdown. On the whole, this is a well-built, solid car, and the layout of all the controls is nice and easy, so everything is simple to use. In terms of cubby spaces, they're all right, not quite as good as a MINI Countryman. That's quite a small spot under there, really. Door bins are big enough, though. Can hold a large bottle, and it's the same in the back as well, as I'll show you now. So, just hop in. Actually, the door opening isn't that wide on this car. There we go, look, door bins are a decent size. Now, in terms of space here in the back, if I sit up straight, I've got just about enough headroom. Knee room's all right as well. People over 6 foot will just about be able to cope in the back of this car, but it's not all perfect. You see, I find the back rests a little bit upright. Also, the cabin's quite dark with this dark roof lining, so it does feel a little bit dingy here in the back. Also, the middle seat. Now, you don't want to carry 3 abreast in this car for a couple of reasons. One, this middle seat is quite high, so now my head's touching the roof. The footwells are small as well, and you end up, if you're in the middle seat, with your feet on the runners for the seat in front, and the body is quite narrow, so you're all really squashed in. And you can see for yourself by clicking it there to watch my detailed practicality video, because we try and fit 3 people in the back of this car, and we also look at other stuff, such as how easy it is to fit a child seat, and just how much stuff we could squeeze into this car's boot. And it's a tale of 2 halves when it comes to the boot. So the capacity with the seats in place is actually all right. And I like the fact that you don't have much of a load lip, so it's dead easy to lift items in and out. There we go. If you don't have the spare wheel, you do have some extra storage under there. And there's various tethering points here, though there's no 12-volt socket, which is a little bit annoying. The other thing that's a bit annoying is this, look. So I want to fold down the rear seats. I do have to lift up the headrests first if I want the seats to lie flat, otherwise they won't. They'll pop up a bit. And then you do have a continuous load floor. The only problem is that the outright volume isn't as big on some of its rivals, which might be a bit disappointing if you're the kind of person who wants to use their little SUV as a load lugger. That's all the practical stuff dealt with. Now it's time to hit the road. Now, I could sum up the driving experience of this car in one word: good. But I presume you want a bit more information. So on the whole, it's very easy to drive. The raised driving position gives you a good view over traffic. Also, it's fairly comfortable. You can get sport suspension, which is a bit firm, or comfort suspension, which is spot on, and you can pay extra for adaptive dampers, and then it's even more comfortable. But on the whole, this car strikes a good balance between comfort and handling. Yes, it might be slightly tall, but it doesn't roll about too much in the corners. It's got sufficient grip. If you want more grip, you can get it with all-wheel drive on the 2-litre petrol or 2-litre diesel, but I wouldn't really bother. I think it's good enough as is. This is the 1.4-litre turbo petrol, and if you ask me, this is the pick of the range because it goes pretty quickly, yet it's supposed to return around 51 miles per gallon. I'm getting that much. That's pretty good. In terms of cruising ability, well, the seats are nice and comfortable, and it's quite a quiet car to travel in. All I've really noticed is a bit of wind whistle kicked up by these A-pillars. Speaking of which, They don't create too much of a blind spot. What does though is the massive fat pillar at the back of the car. That's a real pain, especially when you're putting it at junctions and trying to look over your shoulder. Now if you click up there, you can see for yourself by joining me for a 360-degree passenger ride video.
Not everything about the Audi Q2 is great. Here's 5 annoying things about it.
These little catches are designed to hold up the false floor. See how effective they are. The entry-level model only gets 16-inch alloys. These are 18s, and even these look quite small on this car. 16s would be tiny. We can't use this as an example, mate. These are 15s, but I think you get the idea. The automatic gearbox is great, but it can feel a little bit jerky when you're trying to do low-speed manoeuvres. Parking sensors and electric lumbar support are a cost option, even on the most expensive trim level. Unless you pay extra for the 3-way folding split rear seats, you don't get an armrest in the back. So I guess you could travel like that. Oh yeah, super comfy.
Thankfully, the Audi Q2 has plenty of cool features which help make up for all this.
This little guide stops the seatbelt snagging when you fold the rear seats down, and you've got a handy hook for your coat. The door bottom actually covers the sill so it doesn't get dirty, and then it doesn't matter if you accidentally catch your trousers on them. The optional Audi phone box uses the car's aerial to boost the signal to your mobile phone, and it also includes wireless charging. There you go. You can get interior trim with embedded LEDs here and here, and you can change the colour. Look at that. Cosmic. You can get a special Audi tent which attaches to the car's tailgate. Obviously I don't have it here. It looks like this though. Shame it costs 1,200 quid. If you click it there, you can go to carwow.co.uk for more information and to save an average of £700 on a new Audi Q2. So then, what's my verdict on this car? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it, or should you just go right ahead and buy it? Well, I reckon you should shortlist the Audi Q2. It's a really good, stylish little SUV. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and click down there to subscribe to our channel. Up there to watch my 360-degree passenger ride video, down there for our detailed practicality, and up there for our detailed infotainment video review on this new Audi Q2. Now, did you spot the Easter egg in this video? It was the months of April, May and June in various covers. Those 3 months represent Q2, also known as Q2. Get it?